Welcome guys to recap every single NFL team for the 2022 season, and we're back in the NFC North with the Chicago Bears. Bears football. It's been a while since I've said that on camera, but it's been good to say it. The Bears. Let's recap this season. It was a season. If you're a Bears fan, it was an eventful. It was an eventful season in its own right. You got yourself a new head coach, a new GM in Brian Poles from Kansas City. He worked under and been part of like the draft setup with Mahomes and a couple of great draft picks over the years. So you got Ryan Poles in as the new GM. Ryan Pace got his ass fired. He brings in Matt Eberflus, which is kind of strange. I look at it, it's like, why would you bring Eberflus in? You came from the Kansas City Chiefs, and you could have got the offensive core from the Chiefs. I don't get why you didn't go that route, but again, he goes for Eberflus, who again, you're looking at it, Colts defense the end of 2021. Is this the guy you want to lead lead your team? But Eberflus was the guy that they picked. Luke Getsy was the call player. Again, he wasn't even the call player in Green Bay, but again, he's the offensive coordinator in Chicago. Like, he was a quarterback coach for Rodgers. And now he's the guy that's going to be being the play caller in Chicago. And then, the whole thing is he was doing like 3rd and 12, halfback dime, run the ball. He was doing all this stuff like, oh no, let's not pass the ball and help the young quarterback. Let's just, run the ball, halfback dime, field goal, and all that bullshit. And it's like, you're in the 1930s. This is 2022, 2023. Come on. You're supposed to be offensive first, defense last. Yes, defense is still important, but it's not important as the offense. So Ryan Poles comes in, and what does he do to actually help the young quarterback? I mean, a new GM comes in, you're thinking, oh great, he's gonna help. He's been around Mahomes, he knows what he needs. He knows what he needs, what a young quarterback needs to help develop and be a top guy that can win a Super Bowl, appear in a Super Bowl, and win a Super Bowl. What does he do? He's like, nah, we're not going to do that. We're going to do defensive football. We're going to do our first couple of drafts here. In the first round, we had Kyler Gordon, who got traded. We got drafted as a center, as a cornerback. Brisker came in. He was about 25-year-old Brisker. Braxton Jones came in. Zachary Thompson, who got traded anyway as a defensive tackle. You bring in Byron Pringle, and Chase Claypool comes in for a 2nd round pick. I look at that Chase Claypool. There's a reason why Chase Claypool was getting traded away. Why the Steelers didn't want Chase Claypool is because he's a second-rate wide receiver at best, and that's a red flag if you look at it. In my opinion, like, you're bringing in a Chase Claypool, and in return you get a 2nd round pick. It was a stupid decision. Also, you bring in Alan Williams to help Eberflus with the defensive side of the ball. He was part of that Colts defense with Eberflus in the 2021 season. Again, 2 guys that should be fired. Also, you were 32nd in points in yards. In passing yards, you were last in passing yards. Again, the aim of the game is to pass the ball. Again, we know Justin Fields is great at running the ball, and he's great at that, but we need to know how good he is at passing. He cannot be a one-dimensional quarterback, because I've been saying in my recaps this season that if you keep running this kid into the ground, he's going to be declining by the age of 25, 26, because his legs are gone. Justin Fields needs to be more than one-dimensional. He needs to be better with throwing the ball and finding the pockets more. But you're 32nd in passing yards. Rushing yards, you was 1st in rushing yards. No surprise there with how much you run the ball. Points for, you was 23rd in points for. Points against, you was again last in points against. You finished the season 4th, 3-14. You get the 1st overall pick in the draft. But again, trade up that position, and go down a couple of positions so you can get some. The name of the game is this offseason is that you need to work around Justin Fields. Like, I give him 1 more year. I know that Justin Fields wasn't Ryan Poles' project. He wasn't his guy. If you want to see what you have with Justin Fields, build around the young quarterback and give him some better people around him on the offensive side of the ball, which is going to help him develop more. Don't have like, oh, we're going to go for the, we have a number 1 pick, so we're going to go for like a Will Anderson at number 1. I like Will Anderson. He's a good player. I've scouted him, but he's not what the Bears need in this draft in the first round. Go lower in the draft. Maybe trade up with the Raiders or trade up with the Colts, or maybe trade up with the Texans, so you can actually go down a couple of spots, and then you can actually get yourself some offensive-minded players. The other thing that happened in Chicago this offseason is that the Bears finally got rid of Ted Phillips. Well, he didn't get fired. He retired again. His ass got saved by being retired instead of being his ass fired, which should have been years ago. And yeah, what I say is for next season, they have to build around Justin Fields, given the players that is around him, and if they can do that in this draft and get some draft capital some cap space for 2024 draft, 2025, 2026 as well in the process, like you're gonna build. The aim of the game is that you're gonna build around Justin Fields in this draft, and hopefully, if this works again, this is the fucking Bears, so whatever could happen. You build around your young quarterback and you get some cap space for 2024, 25, 26. And then you're building your franchise for a number of years, not also just on the field, but for draft cap space and other things. So in the free agency, you can get some big names that can help you in your system. So anyway, guys, that's my Chicago Bears recap for 2022. What are your thoughts and comments?